as you can tell by my uniform here, we have brought another video by us and Unitronic to the channel. It's something I'm super excited for. I actually reached out to them when I saw that they were making this product, and I wanted to be one of the first ones to get it. So reached out to them, I got on the list for it, and it's finally showed up.
Here you go.
So I was on the wait list for this. We got it. I've seen this, but Casey hasn't yet, and so I'm super excited to get his reaction because mine won't be on authentic. I was super excited about my hat, not the intake. But I've opened it up. I've already taken a look at it. I was pretty anxious to get it. So we'll flip you around and we'll let him unbox everything for us.
He wouldn't let me look at it until you guys were here, so I'll pass him the camera and let's see.
All right, Casey,
what this looks like. Ooh, you can see the flake through the plastic. Oh my gosh.
So I hadn't opened that piece yet. I opened the duct portion.
So I'm opening the big one.
You're opening the big one.
Merry Christmas, guys. Let's see. I can't believe how light this is.
It's because it's fully carbon. So it's got a carbon fiber interior. Jeez.
And under the light.
Monkey!
Look at that.
It's so cold.
Oh, hi.
Monkey, where are
The
your
Unitronic
clothes?
logo embedded into that.
Monkey.
This is a beautiful, beautiful intake.
Ow.
You got a Mk8 GTI.
Huh.
You need to put this on your car. There you go.
So this is it in the sunlight. Hopefully it picks up all those flakes. It is absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to put it on the car. But first, before we even think about putting it on the car, we're gonna go ahead. Let's see. I'm using a new camera, a new to us camera. It's a Canon 80D, a little bit bulkier, a little bit heavier to kind of hold around. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start the car. We've done an intake before. This is going to be a little bit different because this is a closed system, so it won't give you quite as much audible sound as the one that's on Justice's car. That one's got a lid on it, but it's not closed off, so you can actually hear the induction sound a little bit better. We'll go ahead, we'll start it, give you a couple revs, and then we'll go ahead and tear everything apart.
So that was our stock sound. Obviously, no carbon in there.
Yeah, you know, sounds like a Dison vacuum. So we're gonna pull this garbage out and replace it with the goodies from Unitronic and hear the difference and physically see the difference because it's gonna be absolutely beautiful.
Other than an engine cover, which Justice pointed out, this is the one thing that I give Austin crap about not having on his car.
Yeah, Casey's giving me quite a bit of crap for it. For censorship reasons, that's the word we're gonna stick with. To get started, actually, we're going to remove this first. This is your factory duct. It's this big plastic piece. It's got Volkswagen emissions stuff on it. You're going to use T25s. Pull this top piece off, and then I believe there's two more on this and this side, and then this ducting portion will come right out. Going through, this is that top portion right now. Pretty easy, pretty quick, pretty simple. Two T25s. That's it. And then you're gonna have two more T25s. Pretty much same spot, almost identical, just a couple inches apart. This is gonna be the lower section. And then once you do this, yes, I know I could use an impact.
I was about to say, I have a drill.
Well, wordy here. If you plan on keeping this, probably be gentle with it. If you do not, it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty easy to work with. And it comes out in like puzzle pieces, just like that. So that's your back portion. And this is your front portion. And now your duct is out of the way. You can take these, if you're keeping them, put them in a safe place. If not, throw them on the floor. This is your factory airbox. This is pretty much the whole thing that we're replacing, minus the duct. This is the biggest portion. You're gonna take this. It's gonna want to fight you. There's 3 rubber grommets. They're not terrible to get out. That's it. That's all you have to do to pull the airbox out, other than one flathead in the very back.
Right back there.
So we're gonna get a flathead, we're gonna pull that off, and this whole unit will come out, and you'll free up all that space to block it off again.
In terms of difficulty, not.
If you were starting to get into cars, if you wanted a first mod that was not hard, an intake would probably be my first choice. A good quality intake. I'm not talking a $50 eBay intake. Spend a decent amount of money, get a good quality intake. It'll look good, it'll sound good, and it'll be serviceable.
It'll let your car breathe.
Yes. Yes, you won't choke your car. We might have to use a 7mm.
Ooh.
It's
All
kind
right.
of at an angle.
Okay, if you have, depending on the angle it's at, you might not be able to get a flathead on it. So a 7mm will definitely do the trick though. Okay, what?
I was just saying, sorry, we're working out of a bag today.
You know, I have tools.
No.
What? There ain't nothing behind
It's a
it.
nice lunchbox you have.
He likes to bring his own tools. He doesn't want to use my stuff.
Do you have tools?
I actually do.
Wow.
He said he does.
Just like that. She's out.
Factory airbox is out. Now is going to be a good time if you have a secondary air injection or air pump. The Golf Rs have a little bit different of a setup than this. So this is going to pertain mostly to GTIs. Your filter or breather, whatever you want to call it, is going to slip right over that. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Taking a flathead, you probably use an ice pick, but there's a little clip right in there. You got to push it down in and push it back at the same time, and it'll release this guy. It's what locks it in place. And once you pull that out, you'll be able to just pull this off. And if you are keeping a stock intake, once again, you are going to want to hang on to this, just in case you want to go back to stock for whatever reason. This will be something you need. Okay, so now you can take your filter, put it over the top of it, just like that. And then we're going to put our clamp on and tighten her down and just kind of tuck this up out of the way. Make sure you can access this clamp at some point in time, if you need to. You might not ever. So our breather is now on there. We're gonna just kind of tuck him right there for the time being until we figure out where he lives. We are going to possibly pop these out, because I think we'll need to reuse them. Well, it is supposed to come with new rubber mounts for the new airbox, but I think I rushed them a little bit. I was trying to get it out in time for import face-off, which did not happen, unfortunately. So I think they just kind of got left behind, which is fine. They're pretty good about it, so I'll just shoot them a message and we will get new rubber grommets sent out to us. For the time being, though, we're taking the ones out of the factory airbox and setting them underneath this one. That way it still has support and it's not being rubbed up on by, hopefully you guys can see me, and it's not being rubbed up on by other parts of the engine bay.
Rolling.
Rolling. Okay. Upside down. spin around, turn once. Here's our intake. One thing I wanted to point out to you guys real quick is you have these 4 Allen keys on the side. So when it does come time to service your filter, you remove these 4 Allen keys, your filter will actually slide out. I don't know how well you guys can see this.
Oh, turn it back. Oh.
Right in there, it's where your filter sits.
Turn it. Keep going. Come up. Oh, there it is.
There's the magic. So you got a nice cone filter in there. This right here, we're gonna grab our clamp because if we don't, I'll forget, and then I'll have to pull everything back apart.
Don't back check if you don't have to. So, like you said, we're just throwing the grommets on there, and then we're gonna press that onto it until we get the proper ones to run it.
Yeah, they honestly just probably forgot to send them because I was trying to get it in such a hurry. We are going to slide that guy. Come on, spit on it. I'm struggling, alright? Did you just hit your Dotson?
No.
Oh, speaking of, the Dotson's not dead.
It's still here.
I know that we've gotten a couple comments on it. It's still around. Casey just hasn't gotten there yet.
It's just pending financing.
If anybody wants to finance a Dotson build,
I will gladly build it in no time.
yep, we will make that happen.
Wow.
That on the
All right, well, this thing
camera died.
just ran out of memory. So if it's different quality from here on out, then
That's why.
but look at that, all the flake.
That carbon on the white and the piano black.
Mint.
Perfect. I'm very glad that I went this route and not the regular carbon. This was worth the extra cash. But there's really not a whole lot left to do. Everything else is pretty straightforward. This is our new duct that will take the place of the plastic one we threw on the ground earlier.
Fill in this gap.
Oh.
Oh.
This little hose. Get rid of it.
Garbage.
Get a new one.
Not garbage.
Yep. I don't know. Can you guys even see this right now? I'm trying to get it in there. Oh, yeah. We got her. And this is going to run straight back here. There's a nipple right under the back side of this.
See with your hands, not your eyes.
Our nip has been nippled.
There wasn't a 3-minute break in between when I stopped recording.
3 hours later.
Well, we're gonna throw back the
carbon duct.
carbon duct and show you what she looks like.
Yeah, and then we'll get started and you can see here, you can hear the difference and see it, but that's so dope. So this is the last little piece here. And this is going to just slide up. And
So we loosened the clamp in the back and pulled the intake backwards so we could get this piece in. It's not 2 pieces, so it's a little harder to get it in there without scraping on the air box. So just something we did to avoid damaging the product.
yeah.
So now
Now probably put this duct in first, and then you can, if you assemble all this loosely first or second, you can then just kind of rotate it into place instead of trying to fight the duct on the intake.
just in case you want to hurt as bad as we are right now. I wouldn't worry. It did it on this side too. It's not.
Yeah, that's good.
It's solid.
This is not going.
It doesn't sound nice to the ears. All right.
Yep.
Gonna button this back up to the rest of it.
Yep. Put it back on the turbo, and then we'll start it up and get a sound clip for you. Probably will sound a little bit different because we had to switch cameras, so it won't be true to the difference. But I can imagine that this is probably sound a good bit different.
Boom.
She's all buttoned up. Intake is on. Our filter is now just kind of tucked right next to it. That way, if for whatever reason we needed to access it, we could. Everything's all tight. We're gonna go ahead, put some tools away, and then start her up for you. Also, if any of you guys know a way to protect this carbon, because I would really hate for this to yellow, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Gonna start her up. Hey, don't door ding my car. Thing's freaking.
Can't talk no crap anymore, boys.
I would say that's a difference.
That's louder than mine.
If you can't
It
tell
wasn't supposed to be.
that
I know.
the difference between this one and the last clip, then we need to get a better mic because that thing sounds amazing.
Mine's open.
And
It
it-
doesn't sound that good.
Looks amazing.
That's crazy.
And it looks amazing. What?
I just wanted to take a second. I said I would show it in the sunlight, and so that's what we're doing. Just look how beautiful that is sitting in the engine bay. I do want to get a relocation hose for this, but that'll be a story for a different day. We are just looking at that beautiful intake. I have now shaved, but super easy install, super beautiful intake. If you guys are on the fence about it, go ahead and pull the trigger, because that's absolutely beautiful. They are shipping us those new grommets. I must have just pushed them to be a little too fast, and that's on me. But they are going ahead and sending us those as well. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you don't, I guess don't like it. Comments are always open, whether you want to make fun of me or Casey. That's all fun and games. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Go ahead, head over to UNITRONIC and go pick one of these up, because they're not going to last too long. They're only selling a limited amount. Without further ado, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.